Well, the chain wasn't. I got the chain, but this was minimum. What is it?
Everybody ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Alright, you can turn the computer towards you afterwards.
Yeah, I know. Just showing everybody.
Oh,
Got the dog in there.
look. You left your hair. Yeah, no, look longer when I straighten it.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Hello, my name is Rob, for those who don't know me. I guess you guys are all wondering why I called you here. And it's to tell you about a do-it-yourself headboard. So one day, I got this idea because my girlfriend was complaining about the quote-unquote, our sad bedroom and how it was lacking something, aka the headboard. So we decided to do a DIY project, a do-it-yourself project, and went online and found projects online where we thought the cost would be low and we'd be able to make a nice headboard. So the first step is we had to measure how big of the wood supplies we would need, and I have a king-size bed, so it was 77 inches by 48 inches. Second step was to make a list of supplies that we would need, including plywood, foam, batting, fabric, staple gun, a 2x4, bolts, spray adhesive, and head trim. After I made this list, I had to go buy all this stuff, of course. And so I went to Home Depot, Joann's, and at each place I used coupons just to save a little more money. The second step was to cut the headboard, the plywood, into the shape that we wanted. And so in order to do that, we needed a jigsaw. After that, we had to add the foam around where we had already cut the plywood. And to do that, we used a spray adhesive because you can't staple the foam in or else you would have little lumps in your headboard. So you spray on the adhesive, you lay the foam out on the plywood, and then you cut the foam to fit the shape of the plywood. The next step is to stretch batting, which is a thick kind of fabric padding around the foam and going around the curve so that you, at all the corners and edges, it's not just plywood foam and it's hard. So after you stretch that around, you use a staple gun and you would staple it to the back of the headboard where no one would see because it would be against the wall. Once that's done, you need to wrap your desired fabric, whatever you decide to use. It's up to you. You wrap that around the batting, basically the same thing you do with the batting. You stretch it pretty tight so it goes around all the corners. You don't want any wrinkles or seams. After you do that, you go along and you staple it as you tighten it around the headboard. The last step is to make the frame. In order to do so, I'd use a 2x4, drill holes in the 2x4 in order to put bolts and screws in it. And to do that, you bolt it to the bottom, the base of the plywood. You put the bolts through and attach it to the frame of your bed. And if you've ever looked at the frame of your bed, there's two spots at each end where it has two holes in there so that you can attach a headboard if you just have a basic frame. So I took the headboard, I took the bolts, I laid it all down, I drilled the holes, and I attached it to the frame of the bed. And then once you do that, it gives you about 2 inches on both sides where you can adjust it once you put it on there. So if it's off center a little bit, you can hammer it to the side to make it fit the exact spot you want on your bed. And any questions from the audience?
Did you put a decorative trim on your headboard?
Yeah, I did. I did put decorative trim. In order to do that, it's a prepackaged set you buy. It's just wound up like that, and you just hammer it in as you go, and it goes around the headboard. But you don't really see it. It goes to the top, but it's just a nice touch. Yes?
I may have missed this. You said you put the material around the batting, but I didn't hear where you put it. You said you put foam on it. Is that the batting? Or
No.
something else?
Batting and foam are two different things. Foam was with the spray adhesive that you stick on there, and the batting is like a thick kind of padded fabric you put around the foam. Because the foam, you're not going to bend the foam because it's 2 inches thick. You can't bend that around the around the plywood and staple it on the back because it's too thick. So you have to have something else to kind of round off those edges so it's not square looking. It's kind of curved and nice. Yeah.
How much did it cost?
Overall, it came down to about $157, which if you went to go buy a king-size headboard that's, 5 feet tall and 2 inches thick with padding, it's going to run you at least $300 to $500.
Did you have a coupon for everything you bought, or just for something?
I had a coupon for the expensive things. The padding was going to be about $180 just by itself. I mean, the foam, not the padding. I don't know why foam's so expensive, but I had a coupon for 50% off, so that helped a lot.
Yeah.
There's no more questions. That's it.
Good job.